One, two, what's up? It's Bravo Captain representing HipHop Point Of View. We in Harlem, in Foothill, NYC. We here with Tiz, the artist. I don't want to say the artist like that, but the artist. Got your girl in my DM, saving that you hate, sucking me up. She told me I'm the shit, no me up. Penny pointers when they see you, don't slip up. Your girl can take it, no see you. I need a chick, dog, skin, and you. She take a very chain, but I like you. And then I do a video, alphabet soup shit. As soon as I pray that he don't roll free. Love, somebody did, only took me three. Michael Jackson with the G, nobody saw his piece.
What's going on? I'm Tiz, North Carolina representing, like he said. We here in Footgear, NYC, and the staple of fashion, New York, Harlem. You know, we in here with HipHop Point Of View.
Thank you. What's going on? You got some music. You got a project out right now. Let the people know what it took to create this piece and how confident you feel about it.
Most definitely. Right now, we have a mixtape out entitled The Pre-Leap of Faith. That's leading up to my first studio project called Leap of Faith. With this particular project, it was like we decided at last minute, you know what I'm saying, that we was actually going to put this together. It took us a week's time, mad studio hours though. I'm talking about like straight out of work to the studio, sleeping in the studio, going back to work, coming back to the studio, you know what I'm saying, recording records. And shout out to DJ Pro. Me and him, you know, we are Soundtrack Music Group, you know, we moving independently. And he just makes sure all the sounds right, I make sure the rhymes tight.
And that's it.
You know, but it's just basically telling my journey, man, coming from North Carolina, coming up here to New York to pursue and, you know, pretty much make a staple in hip hop.
Yeah. And how long you been doing this, and like, to leave Carolina to come to NYC to do the music, you know, it takes a lot of faith.
Yes, sir.
So that was a leap of faith right there. What was the process like you was thinking of before you said, you know what, let's go to NYC, let's make this happen?
At this time, I had, you know, I had management that was making a lot of promises that they really couldn't keep, and I was getting fed up with it. And I was like, initially I was coming up here to do shows that I was booking on my time. Yeah. You know, I was taking bus trips, getting on the mega bus from North Carolina, coming up to do a show right after.
Shout out to Mega Bus, I love Mega Bus, it's comfortable.
Most definitely. Coming up on the mega bus, doing the show, turning right back around, going back to North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So at this point it was just like, wow, like why not? You know, why not come up here? I have a fan base. Here that was growing, and I linked up with DJ Pro once I got here, and you know, it was blind. A lot of it was blind and intuition. Yeah. Like, you know, I wasn't coming up here set with a position. I had to kind of move and shake, and you know, Lord, thank the man upstairs. You know, things happen pretty quickly.
And that's what's up. And when you came up here, how long have you been in NYC?
This is my 3rd year.
Okay, 3 years. All right, so made that trip, took that mega bus up here, said, you know what, let me just stay up here, let me just rock out. Now, it's funny because I think the opposite. I would have been like, stay in North Carolina, rock out there, because I think I think it's more controllable of the fan base. When you develop one, you can control it, and you know it's not too big where you're being overshadowed, but it's not too small where it's like nothing can happen. But I get it though, because you know that's, you know, you're in that area, you're coming up here, right? It needs to change the pace. How do you feel about that?
Basically, I really think it's like the opposite, right? So for example, J. Cole came up top, got his start. French Montana, Nicki Minaj went down south, you know what I'm saying, to get their start and be a New York artist. So it's kind of like people seem to be more receptive from an outsider coming in. Not saying that I wasn't getting love. Shout out to North Carolina. Thank you for the continuous support. But you know, like you said, it's a little bit smaller. We're especially in Charlotte. This is where I got my musical start. It's budding, so therefore, you know, you can hit a glass ceiling quick if you have the talent and the grind to match it. You know what I'm saying? So so I just decided to broaden my market and take the talent and the grind times 10 the grind to try to, you know, make a staple in the Mecca. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like here in New York, if you can build a buzz in a single barrel, you can like create a big enough, like you can create as much noise to everywhere else can hear it. You know what I'm saying? And that's and that's only if you have a single burrow buzzing. But my thing is, I'm hitting everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere with it. I'm not from here, so I shouldn't, you know, just plant my feet in one area. So I do shows from Queens to here in Harlem, to downtown, to Brooklyn. I went up to Long Island to do shows. I even went as far as the Poconos.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's kind of hard to do shows in the Bronx. I mean, we're not gonna say nothing bad about the Bronx, but we're from the Bronx, so it's kind of hard to do shows in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Now that you mentioned it, I haven't done a show in the Bronx. But you know, most of the Bronx artists are you know out here in the same spots that I'm hitting up, and you know, very talented as well out there. You know what I'm saying, in the Bronx. But every borough, that's one thing. Not to get off track, but that's one thing I love about New York. Each borough, you get a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? I keep
telling people that. I tell them that all the time.
Man, you hop off that train in Harlem, you just get a certain aura. You know, you hop off it in Brooklyn, you get a certain aura. And the artists from those areas let off that vibe as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a testament to how big of a melting pot New York really is. With New Yorkers alone, not even including the outsiders like myself coming in trying to flourish. But you know, I really felt like career-wise, this was the best move. You know.
Nah, I get you, and I'm also gonna say that it sets you up for a victory real quick, because what it is that like you're an outsider, so you owe no allegiance to anyone, so no one feels any type of way like, oh, I ain't gonna support him. You know, you from North Carolina. It's like, okay, let's support him as a whole. It's none of this borough. You know what I'm saying? When you go to do Brooklyn, you know, I just need my Brooklyn people out there. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So that's a good thing about that. That's one thing. Tiz, where did you get the name Tiz from?
A lot of people ask that, man. It's not, it's no acronym. It's nothing like that. But it just comes from a childhood name. Back when Snoop had the Dizzle, Izzle shit going on. So when I first started rapping with a couple of my cousins, I couldn't think of a rap name. Everybody else had cool little rap names. I couldn't think of one. My name is Raymond. So they used to call me Ray Tizzle, jokingly. And it kind of stuck, you know what I'm saying? So throughout the time and throughout my growth, it just shortened. I couldn't think of another name. So I just ran with Tiz.
Cool. I like that one, because I was trying to figure out how does Tiz and Raymond go together. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. I'm glad you explained that one. That was a good joint. Right now, how has the reception of New York been towards your music now that you've become a resident of NYC?
It's all love. It's all love. Because like I said, my sound is something that's universal. You know, I am of the South, so but I am a product of pure hip hop and just music in general. So therefore, a lot of my sounds are boom bap with the Southern 808 to it. So you know, they still get that bounce and realize where I'm from, but yet still it gives them the, you know, the same bop to where they can soak in the lyrics and understand the style and the content as well. So it's kind of like giving them the best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? And it's all love. Here in Harlem, you know, I do events here at the store sometimes, and I have a DJ here, and we perform out in the front of the store. I invite a couple of other artist friends that I've met. and we'll perform out in front of the store. You know, the whole neighborhood comes out, be out in front of the store, traffic stopping. Yeah. So, you know, and to be from somewhere else to make that type of impact, you know, in the city, you know, is humbling. Yeah. And it just lets me know that I need to continue in the direction that I'm headed as far as how I'm marketing myself as an artist, and you know, just the music in general.
Yeah, I hear that. And right now, what do you have set up for the future of the project, and what's going to be after this project? What you got going on for that?
Okay, so we're getting ready to roll out for the project, the actual studio project, Leap of Faith. You know, I've been blessed to work with my partner, DJ Pro. Man, we've been crafting this sound, crafting this project for a good, probably a year and a half, 2 years now. You know, so been blessed enough to work with the likes of King Los, Priscilla Renee. You know, if you don't know either one of them, get your Google up.
Yeah, get your Google up, and definitely for King Los, because he got bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got bars. He's one of those unsung heroes of rap. You know, like people in the business, they know him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a myth about him. Exactly. That's dope that you got something from him.
Most definitely. And then too, testament to that, not only that lets you know what type of time I'm on as far as the creation of the lyrics, but yeah, still I brought him into something that you know, people probably wouldn't be expecting to hear from him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and we still flaunted our talents. Yeah. And it's a good record, man. And that's coming soon. So it's gonna be for that, to the audio for that, visual, and then project.
Yeah, and all of that. And come check us out, because we're gonna have the exclusive. We getting that first. I'm letting you know that right now. I'm gonna put some pressure on them when the cameras go off.
No pressure, brother. No pressure.
We're gonna make something happen. So you either get it from him, or you get the preview from us. You know what I'm saying?
HipHop POV is the spot for it.
So, as of right now, what are your thoughts and your feelings on hip-hop musically and culture-wise?
As far as hip-hop musically, I really feel like, as always, we have something to offer. You know what I'm saying? There's many different styles, many different artists to choose from. Plenty of content to choose from. It's just up to the viewers, up to the listeners to choose that content and highlight that content. You know, so I really don't believe in the hip hop is dead theory, because it's all in what the people choose to highlight. Yeah. You know, and I find that a lot of people that are hip hop heads choose to shine their dislike for a certain type instead of putting the light on what they actually like. Yeah. So as far as musically, we have and always will have a lot to offer. As far as the culture is always growing. Yeah. You know, we started here in the Bronx, and now we're across seas, and now
we're crossing over and around and down
and up again.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I'm saying? And we are continuing to grow, and the numbers don't lie. We're the #1 genre in the world. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, our culture is solid.
That's what it is.
Culture is solid. So it's a great part. It's great to be a part of this culture, man.
That's what's up, and I love this. Let the people know where they can find the projects, the names, the singles, when it's going to be available, and where they can find you.
Definitely everywhere. The whole catalog. You can find me at tizofficial.com. That's TIZOFFICIAL.com. My whole catalog, from the pre-Leap of Faith to singles, Juice, Do It, How It Goes, featuring M. Rose, Chain, Laced, all produced by DJ Pro. And that's where you will be able to find the upcoming singles, videos, and the project to come. And of course, over here, HipHop POV.
You already know. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna give a shout out.
Okay.
To Marty.
Shout out to Marty.
Good looking, role model industry. You know what I'm saying? PR, you're doing a great job. We're gonna continue this. We're gonna keep working.
Yeah, from the beginning, Marty's been with me since my first endeavors. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me, Marty, and Pro handling business. You know what I'm saying? As always, that's my right hand, my right and left hand. So shout out to Marty, shout out to Pro, Role Model Publicity, Soundtrack Music Group.
Bang.